morning. It's a gorgeous morning in Everdeen, if a little bit rainy. So today I'm going to be doing an inside project. I'm going to be reupholstering this bed in the blue bedroom. I finished all of the decorative trim on the walls, which was a huge step forward. And if you missed that in the last video, then you can see the whole journey of this room so far in that video by catching up. But today we've finished the walls and we're going to move on to reupholstering this very 1970s fabric that is on the bed. I'm trying to really push to get this room finished because it's just been unreasonably long that I've been working on it. I want to knock this out, get it done, and just know that it's done. Anyway, let's get to work. This is my fabric for this project. It's a little bit hard to see because of the light, but it's got a beautiful texture to it and like a textured pattern. I found this at the local antique store where they have just odd pieces of fabric from time to time. And we're going to put it onto the bed here. I am a little nervous about having enough fabric. So I think the first step is going to be taking off the mattress, seeing exactly how much fabric I need, and measuring to check that I have enough. Oh my God, that was so heavy. And once I got off the bed, I can see why, because it's mostly made out of wood and metal. That was not fun, and it is very dusty inside there. So I think I'm going to have to get the vacuum and vacuum out all that dust. But the bed frame is exposed, and I can probably going to need to vacuum this first as well. And then measure my fabric. All right, the moment of truth. I'm just going to hold up the new fabric to the bed frame to see if it looks like it'll be enough. That's about the middle. It fits. I was really worried. This did not look like it was going to be enough fabric, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. But it should work. That's a relief. Because if I had not had enough of this fabric, I'm not sure what plan B would have been. This is kind of neat. At the bottom, where the old fabric is attached, you can see the little paper band right here. That's from when this was originally upholstered. And it's clearly, I'm going to say at least from like the 50s or something, because it looks that kind of print and the kind of paper. That's really neat. It's like a little time capsule of upholstery. So I just pulled off the rest of the old fabric, and as it came off, I could see that this is actually not paper that was like made in strips for upholstery. This is actually cut up bits of card. So I'm gonna take a few minutes and just assemble these cards, try to see if they fit together like a puzzle, because it would be interesting to know like what this was. I really like this kind of time capsule feeling that I get so often when I'm working here, because I can really kind of look into the past. Probably someone did this upholstery job at least 30, 40, 50 years ago. And I can see like what they had at hand and what they were conveniently able to use to upholster with at that time. So I'm gonna do this little side project, like a puzzle, I'm definitely not procrastinating. This is not procrastinating. This is important historical research. That was fun. It was like doing a little puzzle. And I can see now that I've assembled all the pieces that this is the top of the box that the upholstery tacks came in. So the whole upholstery was done with these tiny little tacks. And this is the box that they came in because this says Taco. You can see Taco there. Taco, maker of nails, gold, nickel, bronze, and silver. And it says guaranteed solid, nails number 1660, point de fin. I'm going to assume that's fin because it starts with an S, an F, and it's a short word, so like fine pointed. And then down here on the bottom, you can see importé de, I think that says Allemagne, so imported from Germany. So yeah, that's really neat. And the really nice thing is like it feels like I'm connected to the person who did this last time because someone was sitting here probably at least 60, 70 years ago. This looks like it's definitely not from any later than like the 50s or 60s. And was doing the same job. And I can kind of see how it was for them because obviously they must have had this within easy reach and then just grabbed it and used it for the upholstery. That's something that's been really, really neat about this whole experience of working on the house is that I feel in a way very connected to the people that used to live here. Obviously the last people that lived here that I bought the house from, but like people going back way back through 223 years. Because you just see traces of them in all kinds of unusual, interesting ways. And it's so unexpected that, I'm sitting here doing this project and I'm doing probably the exact same thing that someone did with this box 60, 70, whatever years ago. And it's just an interesting connection to feel to people in the past and see little bits of them that are still around. I've laid the old fabric on top of the new fabric. I'm just going to cut around it to get the right shape. I'm not even going to trace it, to be honest. I'm a bad seamstress. This would be a lot easier if I had some sewing pins to pin the fabric on with. So let's have a look. I do have these two, but maybe there's some more in this antique sewing machine that's in here. So we've got, what are these? Are they upholstery needles? Oh no, maybe they're knitting needles. I think they're knitting needles. They're tied with yarn. That makes sense. More knitting needles. Those are crochet hooks. Somebody's been knitting and crocheting a lot. Here's a bigger crochet hook. Let's see what's in here. Oh, that's cute. We've got some buttons and what's that? Looks like a little bell. But there's no ringer in. Oh, maybe it's a button. Maybe that is, oh yeah, like a big silver button like that. There's two of those. Nice. And what's this? Oh, that's pretty cool. What does it say? Gladiator? What? It says Cycles Gladiator. What is this? It's pretty cool though. There's someone on a horse. I don't know what that is from, but it's really interesting. Cool. Well, there's the find of the day. I'll put it back in this box for now. There don't seem to be any pins in here. Here's a safety pin, but that's not really helpful. Let's try the other side. This side is fancy. It has a key. There's scissors! I I've searched all over this house for scissors. I've bought 2 pairs of scissors to go in this house. And there were scissors in here the whole time. Ah! All right, we've got some thread. Oh, there's a needle in the thread. Got, I'm gonna say sewing machine instructions. Yep, sewing machine instructions. Got maybe, what's this? It's hard to open with one hand. Oh, sewing machine parts. Oh, I actually haven't looked in this drawer before, so I am, oh, that's really cool. That is embroidery patterns, so you can put that onto your fabric and embroider nice, neat letters. That's really cool, and it looks really old. 1889. Oh, well. Médaille d'argent d'exposition universelle de 1889. That means that they got the silver medal at the Universal, I'm going to say sewing exposition of 1889. So this must have been after 1889, but it doesn't look like it was that far after 1889. That's a cool find. There's more things down in here. Are these more patterns? Yep. Yep, dessin broderie, so designs or drawings for embroidery. Here's another one. Here is some more. Somebody was doing a lot of embroidering. What's this one? Oh. Yep, same thing. Interesting. I'm making all kind of fun finds today, but no pins. Yeah, these are so beautiful. I mean, you could sew these onto clothing, or I guess monogrammed napkins or towels, or they're just so pretty. Handkerchiefs, and it would just be gorgeous. I wonder if these are meant for use with the sewing machine or use by hand. I don't know. But I love that I've just opened a drawer and found something that's probably from the 19th century. That's crazy. It's so surreal. Living here is so surreal. It's really bizarre. Oh, and on the back, it's got different languages. We've got patterns, apostrophe S, interesting choice, for works. You've got Mr. for Handarbeiten. Oh yeah, Handarbeiten, handwork. In German, we've got Dibujo de labores. Is that Spanish? Maybe dibujo? My Spanish is absolutely terrible, so I really apologize to any Spanish speakers out there. And then we've got disegni di lavori. As you can tell, my Italian is not much better. But yeah, that's really interesting. It's got all 4 languages on the back. And also, when you open it up, you can fold the whole thing out. It's actually one circle of paper. Oh, actually, no, it's not even a circle. It's just you can unfold the whole thing. Tricky to do with one hand. That's really neat. Oh, this is such a good find. That's just made me smile. So cute. But we are not doing embroidery today. We're looking for pins because we're doing upholstery today. So back in the drawer you go for now. What were you doing with your afternoon? Well, hunting through drawers full of 19th century sewing patterns next to my carved ivory tusk and little tiny cute picture frame, looking for sewing pins. What is my life? Well, so far I've only found 2 pins, so I'm gonna run downstairs and look in the drawers of the other antique sewing machine. This is the other antique sewing machine. It's a little bit newer than the first one. Are there pins inside? Ooh, oh, that was alarming. I broke my nail. No. Okay, I found one pin in that drawer. There's the machine. You can pull it out the top of this little furniture here, but for the moment it's just folded down. Aha! Pins. I stuck my pins into a little cork to keep them organized, and I have pinned my fabric onto the bed frame. So now it is time to staple. This side is done. As I'm working, a storm has come right up. You can see right there the normal sky and the place where the rain is coming. I've had to close all the windows in the house except for this one because the wind was blowing them and banging them. It's going to be a massive thunderstorm in a few minutes. Yep, here it comes. Both sides of the foot of the bed are done. The new fabric is on them. The only thing that's missing at this point is that I do need some trim to put right here to cover the staples, but I don't have any here, so that's gonna have to wait until I'm able to buy some nice trim in Paris and bring it down with me. But that's half of the bed done. I'm gonna tackle the other half and then I will come back to you with the finished product. The head side is finished. The foot side is finished. It looks so nice. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. I love this fabric on it. The texture is just what I wanted it to be. I knew I wanted something light colored or white or cream, and this was just perfect because it has a texture, so it's not just plain, but it also is the color that it needs to be to fit in with the color theme of this room. So I'm just gonna chuck the mattress and box spring back on the bed and we're done. Well, we're done until I can get the trim to add to it, but we're done for today. It looks like a proper bed again, but with a very, very big upholstery upgrade. I haven't got sheets or a duvet for this bed yet, so I guess that's next on the list is a bedding shopping spree. But for now it is almost 9 p.m. and I am starving and tired. So it is time for dinner and bedtime pretty shortly after that. So I'm gonna let it rest for the night. It's gonna be so exciting. Oh my God, I can't wait to see the finished product. Anyway, that's where I'm leaving it for tonight. Hi guys, it is time once again for the Chateau guessing game. So as you know, I do a little outro and show you a nice chateau, and anyone who can guess where that chateau is and what it's called, I will mention your name in the next short, which will be about the chateau. You just have to respond with the correct answer in a comment before the date that is on the bottom of your screen right now. But before I show you the chateau, which actually I think many of you might know, I'm just gonna do a quick outro and ask you guys to please do subscribe to my channel because it is so helpful and it really supports me. And if you liked this video, subscribing is a really great way to show me that you enjoyed it. Also, liking the video is really great. If you're already subscribed, that's equally helpful to like the video. So please do those two things. And now it's chateau time. Here is a chateau that you might know. This chateau is quite famous for a famous person from history who lived here. I will say that this person was an artist, and was also very close friends with the King of France at the time. So if you know what chateau this is, then leave me a comment, and if you're right, I will mention your name in the short about the chateau that I will do in a few days.